Hey, what's up, everybody? Jay here. This is The Divide. We're talking about Bad Bunny Super Bowl show and the TPS USA alternate show that they held. So, I know it's been a minute. My bad. I got a woman. I got kids. Life be lifing. Is what it is. But off that. So, let's talk about this. The controversial Bad Bunny halftime show, or what was deemed to be controversial. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this show. So, first and foremost, I thought it was a good show. Was it a all-time great performance? Maybe not. Was it an all-time great show? Absolutely. For various reasons. One, Bad Bunny did good with the aesthetics, the vision that he was showing. He had a lot of great guests, pushing, his agenda of unity, of togetherness, of fun, what his music represents, what the halftime show was supposed to represent. We had Lady Gaga up there, doing a segment of the show, and her voice still sounding great. It's not like she's old or anything, but it sounded great. She did a good job. He pulled this dude out the dark for us. It just me as he looked different. And I'm not 100% sure that's not a main unit on his head, but that's beside the point. But actually good to see Ricky Martin up there, or cool too. It's not like I didn't even like Living La Vida Loca. Like, that was irritating as hell when I was younger, but he was there. Cardi B popped out, which is good, to represent her heritage and her ethnicity. And she got to see her boyfriend lose in the Super Bowl. All right, off that. And we had Pedro Pascal there, who is, Hollywood's darling as far as actors right now. He's in everything. So with all of those people being there, just a representation of the people in our country who are part of our country, who are American citizens and whatnot, but how they lend to what is supposed to be America, what it's supposed to represent. Last year, Kendrick Lamar had his show, and it was very much for people of my ethnicity and things like that, which is fine. This was for Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Venezuelans, people of that, and that's fine. I seen a video of John Leguizamo in tears seeing his people on the national stage being represented, and that's what America is supposed to be about: representation, not just representation of one ethnicity or one group or party, if you want to say. That's not what I feel it's for, and I think the vast majority of Americans don't think that's what it's for. So I thought this was very good. I think he did a great job in what he was doing and what he was trying to convey overall. Also, really dope moment. I guess there was a couple that invited Bad Bunny to their wedding. He goes ahead and lets them get married on the national stage, which is dope because he gave these people a memory that obviously they'll never forget, but it'll always live on in the stratosphere of our culture because it was done on Super Bowl 50. Like, I thought he did a great job overall, so I was not like a Bad Bunny fan. I'm a wrestling fan, I've seen him on there out for a while. Like, who is this guy? And getting all the stuff, seeing him in movies and stuff. And the one thing that shows that he's a representation of America is being able to be what you want to be and grow and make yourself a star. And that's what he has done for himself. So he embodies what America is, and we'll get to that in a second. But he embodies what America is overall. But at the same time as this was going on, Turning Point USA had their own alternative halftime show, which featured Kid Rock and some other people that I don't know who the hell they are, whatever. Also, who's really listening to, I understand Kid Rock has fans, if Ball with the Ball comes on, I'll recognize it. It's like, oh, that was cool. And I was like, whatever. But anyways, Kid Rock and them, they did their thing, which they have, complete right to do and whatnot. The big thing about this was that it had 5 million people streaming at one time. You can see that at the bottom, 5.1 million people streaming this on YouTube, which is a feat if you don't look at the fact that they have 6.45 6.4 million subscribers to the channel in general. Something like this, you would expect your supporters to come out. So it's not like they really pulled anybody from any other sector. It did what it was supposed to do. And it's on YouTube and it's free. So And now you're like, oh, so it's a Super Bowl. You can watch it for free. Yeah, but there's a big difference with hundreds of millions of people or 100 million plus people and 5 million. Nothing, they would. And honestly, at the end of the day, if there is a group of people that want an alternative viewing to what they're seeing, that's fine. There's no problem. If they decide to go out there and have, I don't know, who would be a good person? Hey, if Kid Rock did the Super Bowl next year, if they had 100 million people there, then 5 million people watch some other place, can't really get mad at them. But this is also the thing that causes division, mainly because of what this is correlated to and tied to as far as politicism and politics and the people who have influence and whatnot. So that's what that is. Also, I wanted to point out something else while I was talking about this. This guy right here, Mr. Jake Paul himself, he got online and talked about, boycott the halftime show. It's not American. It's not this. It's not that, and how he feels, he just can't support it. And it's not like I'm breaking the news, but this man has a $20 million mansion, which is his permanent residence in Puerto Rico. But with that, I will say, him having that comment, he can feel how he feels. He lives in Puerto Rico. He's saying don't support a Puerto Rican American artist doing the Super Bowl and, that whole thing. But I think it says a lot that his brother, Logan Paul, the older brother, says here that he does, he loves his brother, but he does not agree with it. Puerto Ricans are Americans, and I'm happy we're given the opportunity to showcase the talents that come from the island. That makes total sense. Out of the two, honestly, they both, do what they do. They make the money, but respect that view more than what Jake Paul was saying personally. How you feel is how you feel. But ultimately, I thought the Bad Bunny show was a good one. Like I said, it wasn't the greatest. I mean, we all know the greatest Super Bowl performance all time is Prince. Simple as that. But what I will say, this image right here, and this is why I think this will go down as one of the best ones all time, because at the end of the day, this turmoil we're going through currently in the world and all this divisiveness and whatnot, he went and he represented for his people, which is Americans, Puerto Ricans, everybody, but he did. The thing that I noticed right away is he started off talking about America, and when he got to this point where everybody's complaining about there being all these flags there, he has this American flag first and foremost. He absolutely has a Puerto Rican flag there representing his ethnicity, his culture. And like he said right there, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. So hopefully, he gets, got across to some people and whatnot. But what did you think about the Bad Bunny performance? I personally, no problem with it. We like to entertain myself. I've watched it twice, actually. Probably the last time I watched it, just because I don't watch these things over and over. But good job, Bad Bunny. Wish you the best going forward. I'm Jay. This is Divide. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. Help us grow the channel. And I'm out.